Welcome back to the Maelstrom, ladies and gentlemen. We have another Warhammer 40k battle report for you today. 2,000 points. Josh's 1,000 Sons are going to be facing off against Justin's Custodes. So Dragon Forge is going to be in the house tonight representing with their Custodes. We're going to be playing Gift from Above, rather. There are 4 objectives. They scatter around the table each turn, up to 3 inches, depending on who wins the roll. And you score 1 point per objective that you control at the end of, or at the start of each one of your turns, starting from the second turn. So you can score up to 4 points total that way, and then first blood, first strike, line breaker, and slay the warlord as always. We're going to be doing table quarters. The 1,000 Sons are going to be in this table quarter, and the Custodes in the opposite corner from them. Where you're going to go ahead and move over to the armies now. We'll walk down those. We'll be right back. Alright, starting things off, we've got the Custodes. Justin's going to walk you down his force.
Alright, starting, we have a Vanguard detachment. We have our Captain General Trajan Valeris. He's loaded out normal. We also have, backing him up, 2 squads of Custodian Wardens. And we also have a Vexillus Praetor. He is taking out the Vexillus Defensor. That gives us -1 to hit within a 6-inch bubble. Also backing up the Vanguard detachment is a heavy support choice. We are going to be taking a Telamon, loaded out. He's got his Las Storm, his bolt launchers, and he's got a plasma ejector.
Right. And what we got over here.
And then we have an Outrider detachment. It's headed up by a regular shield captain. He's probably going to end up breaking off and running around with the Wardens. And then we've got 3 3-man squads of the jet bikes. They are all loaded up with the Storm Bolters.
All right, so that is the Custodes' contribution to warfare. We will be right back with the Sons.
Alright, the 1,000 Sons are organized into a battalion. First HQ in the Warlord will be Ahriman riding on his disc. His psychic powers will be Death Hex, Prescience, and Warp Time. The second HQ is a Demon Prince with wings and a set of malefic talons. His powers are Gaze of Fate and Diabolic Strength, and he will be toting a Dark Matter Crystal for our 1 relic. In the troops category, I have 4 squads of 10 rubrics that will be on foot for this mission. Then I have a squad of 16 Zangors with a Brayhorn and a squad of 15 Zangors with a Brayhorn. In the fast attack slot, I have a squad of 5 Chaos Spawn, and rounding out the list in the heavy supports, a trio of Predator Annihilators.
All right, you have seen the armies and you have seen the table. We will be back as we get stuck into the Maelstrom. Deployment is complete. Custodes deployed first. We'll let Justin walk you down his deployment.
All right, I've decided to stick the Telamon out front. Hopefully get some big cover fire going in. I've also got my Wardens and the rest of the on-foot guys. They're going to march up the field slowly, hopefully to get over here to Ahriman and say hi. Then I got the Custodes coming out on the right flank. They're going to try to, hopefully, if we can keep the initiative, swing through here and just wave down troops as fast as we can.
All right, how about the Sons, Josh?
So we set all of our fodder up on the front just in case we're not going first. So we are relying on a seize roll in order to take the first turn away from him, and then we put all 40 rubrics shoulder to shoulder, pretty much 5 men deep on the second rank, followed up with Ahriman and the Demon Prince holding positions to provide support for everybody, and the Predators are set up to put fire down on the most distant objectives, if that's what ends up needing to be happening.
All right, so the Sons are going second unless they can seize. Josh is going to give that a shot. And a 3 will not do it. So the Custodes will be going first. We're going to go ahead and go over the objective drift on camera. So if you guys want to pick, we'll start down here with this one and dice to see who gets to move it. All right, so the Sons get to choose where they want to move that. They can move it up to 3 inches in any direction. All right, second objective. Where are we going next? All right, we're going to do the one here by the Predators next. Tie up so that one does not move for the turn. Third objective here among the Zangors. The 1,000 Sons get to choose a move there if they would like it. And move it a little deeper into the lines. And final objective over here by the Custodes. The Custodes will get to move that objective. All right, so that's got the drift done for the objectives for the turn. Custodes have initial volley. We'll be back once they have finished up their first engagement. Custodes have wrapped turn 1. Justin, walk us down what you got, sir.
Well, I tried to get through here. Didn't get the shots off that I really like to get off, but I did wipe out at least one squad of Zangors. Hopefully we can shake off some smites, some key shots, so we can get these bikes going in on turn 2. These guys kind of just moved up a little bit, dancing around, getting that bubble to where everything back there can get protected. And Telemon's just standing there going, "Come at me, bro."
All right, so that is going to be turn 1, no assaults. We didn't make an attempt here against the spawn, needing a 10, but we're unable to reach across the gap there. So we're going to hand it over to the Suns. We will be back after they have made their initial moves. All right, Thousand Suns, turn 1.
Okay, so we pushed up the surviving fodder. The spawn used a warp time to get all the way around the lead squad so that we could declare a charge on the second squad of bikes. We combined the firepower of all 4 squads of rubrics, prescience on one of them, and Vets of the Long War on a squad to knock down 2 bikes and leave the lone lead survivor out of that squad with 1 wound. The Zangors then made a charge in the charge phase into that. The Predators took a kill shot and combined all of their las cannons down on the Dreadnought standing down there and left him at 1 wound. We burned a reroll to try to knock him out, or 2 wounds. We burned a reroll to try to knock him out, but we fell just a little bit short on the roll that we needed, so he's still standing there, but with 2 wounds, hopefully we've mitigated his damage just a little bit. Then in the charge phase, we charged the spawn into the back squad to soak Overwatch, and then put the Demon Prince in, and put the Zangors into the lone survivor from the lead squad. Justin then played a stooping dive on the unengaged 3-man squad of bikes and charged in on top of the assault with the Demon Prince in it.
All right, we're going to work these combats, and then we will be back.
All right, so combat rolls to an end. The Zangors drug down the lone biker that they were tangled with. It came down to 1 3-up save. He rolled a 1, burned a command reroll, rolled another 1. Unfortunate, but even if he had made it, we would have played a cycle of slaughter and kept going. The spawn here took a fated mutation so that they could reroll to wound and get to reroll their attacks. They rolled 25 attacks and cut all 3 bikes down in 1 go pretty handily. The Demon Prince ate 4 wounds from the charging bikes, but then cut a bike and a half down in return. So not a bad trade-off considering everything that got thrown. That was a very bloody combat round.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those spawn definitely did their job there. All right, we're going to turn it back over to Justin for turn 2. Before we get started, though, we are going to dice off here for all these objectives and see if they are moving or not. So we'll start down here. The Thousand Suns get to choose on that one. All right, and then we have the one here in the Heart of the Army by Ahriman. The Custodes are going to get to choose on that one. All right, 3rd objective here by the Predators. 2 for the Suns, and for the Custodes, a 5, so they get to move this one. All right, and then for the final objective by the Custodes on foot. That is going to be a choice for the Suns. So it will be for this objective. We're going to go ahead and get it drifted, and then we will get into turn 2.
All right. It's up to my charge phase. I've charged in. Trajan could not make it, and the shield captain just physically was not in range far enough to run.
That's not true. He hid from the spawn.
And so they're going to hang back there with the Vexilla guy, stay under that -1 to hit. The bikes decided not to push back. They're going to try to punch the last little bit of the Demon Prince, maybe get him off the table, have a small moral victory at that point. Other than that, I moved the Telemon back to kind of sit on the objective. Not much he can do now, except for walk very slowly. Other than that, combat, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right.
All right, guys. At the end of combat, I did kill a couple Rubiks and even less Zangors. He decided to activate Counter-Strike and the bikes died before they even got a chance. At this point, it looks like the demons are going to run through there, get the Valexa. He'll probably kill shot and get down my Warlord. At this point, I know this is going to be an unstoppable tide, so I shook Griff's hand and called it game.
All right, so that's going to be game there in favor of the Thousand Suns. We will have after-action reviews and army lists as always. Give us a like on Facebook. A subscription on YouTube is the most important metric to us. To all of you who have done that recently, we really appreciate it. Shout out also to the Dragon's Forge for showing up and playing with us today.
And also, if you guys come up and check out with us, we are the home of the true 15% off discount if you're part of our gaming club. We give you a true 10%. That means we do not price anything in our store. Whatever the cost is by GW is what we discount. And then if you're part of our active gaming club, as which the Enter the Maelstrom is, you always get 15% off in the store.
All right, so we appreciate Justin for that. Guys, if you're ever in Crossville, give him a check out and see what you think. We've enjoyed going up there and spending time at the store. As always, thank you for spending time with us today at the Maelstrom.